I, Teowete, the Atlantean, master of mysteries, keeper of records, mighty king magician, living from generation to generation and being about to pass down to the halls of amenti, set down for the guidance of those who are to come after. These records of the mighty wisdom of great Atlantis in the great city of Kiar, on the Isle of Undal in the time far past. I began this incarnation not as little men of the present age did the mighty ones of Atlantis live and die, but rather from eon to eon did they renew their life in the halls of amenti, where the river of life flows eternally onward. 100 times 10 have I descended the dark way that led into light, and as many times have I descended from the darkness into the light, my strength and power renew. Now, for a time, I descend, and the men of Kim shall know me no more. But in a time that unborn will I rise mighty and potent, requiring an accounting of those left behind me. Then beware, O men of Kim, if ye falsely betray my team, see you should cast down from the highest estate into the dark from the caves from whence you came. Betray not my secret to the men of the north or the men of the south, lest my curse fall upon ye. Remember and heed my words, for surely will I return, and regard required of these that which ye guard. Yes, from beyond time and free beyond death will I return, rewarding or punishing as ye have requited your trust. Great were my people in the ancient days, great beyond the conception of the little people now around me, knowing the wisdom of old, seeking far within the heart of infinity, knowledge that belongs to the earth to you. Wise were we with wisdom of the children of light who dwelt among us. Strong were we in the power drawn from the eternal fire. And of all these, great among the children of men was my father. Thought me keeper of the great temple, link between the children of light who dwell within the temple and the races of men who inhabit the 10 islands. Mouthpiece after the three of the dweller of Unal, speaking the kings with a voice that must be obeyed. Grew I there from a child into manhood, being taught by my father the elder mysteries, until in time there grew within the fire of wisdom, until it burst into a consuming flame. Not desire I, but the attainment of wisdom, until on the great day command came from the dweller of the temple that I brought before him. Few there were among the children of men who looked upon the mighty face and lived, for not as the sons of men or the children of light when they were not incarnate in a physical body. Chosen was I from the sons of men, taught by the dweller so that his purpose may be fulfilled. Purpose, yet unborn in the womb of time. Long ages I dwelled in the temple, learning ever more wisdom, until I too approached the light emitting from the fire. Taught me he, the path to amenti, the underworld, where the great king sits upon his throne of might. Deep I bound in the home before the lords of life, and the lords of death were sitting as part of the gift of life. Free was I of the halls of amenti, bound not by death to the circle of life. Far to the stars I journeyed until space and time became as naught. Then, having drunk deep into the cup of wisdom, I looked in the hearts of men, where I found greater mysteries was I then glad, for only in search for truth of my soul bestowed and quenched the flame that be quenched. Down through the ages I lived, seeing those around me taste the cup of death and return again in the light of life. Gradually from the kingdoms of Atlantis passed the waves of consciousness that had been one with me, only to be replaced by a spawn of a lower star. In obedience to law, the word of the master grew the flower downward into the darkness, turned his thoughts to the Atlanteans, until at last with his wrath arose from his guanti the dweller, speaking the word, calling the power Deep in our earth's heart, the sons of amenti heard and hearing, directing and changing the flower of fire that burns eternally, changing and shifting, using the logos until the great flower changed its direction. Over the world they broke the great waters, drowning and sinking, changing Earth's balance, until only the temple of light was left standing, with the great mountain of Undal still rising out of the water. Some there were who were living, saved from the rush of the fountain. Called to me then the Master, saying, Gather ye together, my people, take them to the R where ye had learned far across the waters, until ye reach the land of the hairy barbarians, dwelling in the caves of deserts. Follow there the plan that ye know of. Gathered I then, my people, went into the great ship of the Master. Upward we rose into the morning. Dark beneath us lay the temple. Suddenly over it rose the waters, vanished from the earth until time appointed was the great temple. Fast we fled towards the sun of the morning, until beneath us lay the land of the children of Chem. Raging they came with kugels and spears, lifting their anchors, seeking to slay and utterly destroy the sons of Atlantis. Then I raised my staff and directed a ray of vibration, striking them still in their tracks as fragments of stone of the mountains. Then I spoke to them words calm and peaceful, telling them the might of Atlantis, saying we were children of the sun and his messengers. Cowed I them by my display of magic science, until at my feet they grovel when I released them. Long dwelt we in the land of Kip, long and yet long again, until obeying the commands of the Master, who while sleeping yet live eternally, I sent from the sons of Atlantis, sent them in many directions. Then from the womb of the time wisdom might rise again with her wisdom. Long again dwelt I in the land of Kim, doing great works by the wisdom within me. Upward grew we to the light of knowledge of children of Kim. Watered by the rains of my wisdom, blasted I then a path to amenti, to the might that retained my powers. Living from age to age, a son of Atlantis, keeping the wisdom, preserving the records. Great through the sons of Kim, conquering the people around them, growing slowly upward and so forth. Now for a time I go from among them into the dark halls of amenti, deep in the halls of the earth before the lords of the powers, face to face once again with the dweller. Raised I high over the entrance, a doorway, a gateway, leading down to amenti. Few there would be with the courage to dare it through the past the portal of the dark amenti, raised over the passage osmatic pyramid, using the power that overcomes Earth's force. Deep in yet deeper place I a force of house chamber, from it to carve a circular passage reaching almost a great summit. There in an apex set I a crystal, singing the ray of time space, drawing the force from out of the ether, concentrated upon the gateway to amenti. Other chambers I built and left the vacuum to all to see me, yet hidden within them are the keys to amenti. Who, in their courage, who dare the dark realms, let him purify, first by long fasting, lying a sarcophagus of stone in my chamber, then reveal I to him the great mysteries. Soon shall he follow to where I shall meet him, even in the darkness the earth shall I meet him. I, Teote, Lord of wisdom, meet him and told him, dwell with him always. Builded I the great pyramid, pattern of the pyramid of earth's forest, burning eternally so that it too might remain to the ages. In it I builded the knowledge of magic science, so that I might here dwell upon and return to amenti. Yes, while I sleep in the halls of amenti, my soul roaming incarnate, dwell among the men from form to another, Hermes, thrice born. Emissary on earth am I the dweller, fulfilling his command so that many may be lifted. Now I return to the halls of amenti, leaving behind me some of my wisdom, preserving and keeping the command of the dweller. Lift ye upwards your eyes to the light. Surely in time you are one with the Master. Surely in time you are one with the Master. Surely in right you are one with the all. Now but depart thee, now my commandments, keep them and hold them. When you help me, guiding you into the light. Now before me opens a portal. Go I down into the darkness of night.